Well, it was a good game for us, but we're more blessed. We're bigger, quicker. You know, we should win the game, but I thought our kids had great focus. If we had that kind of focus for 40 minutes a couple of other times this year, it would have helped us out a great deal. But I thought that we did some good things. They're a hard team to guard with all the screens, but I thought our perimeter people really did a nice job getting around the screens, through the screens, being there on the catch. We wanted to try to dominate the inside area because we're bigger and a whole bit, and I think we did that. 62 rebounds, but it means also there's a lot of shots that are missed, and hopefully our defense had something to do with that. It wasn't perfect by any means, but I really felt that our kids were focused on trying to play the game and trying to use this as a game we could get better, and that's what we talked about with the guys.
Have an idea as to how PJ's doing?
Told him I thought he's a little pansy, so I guess he'll be all right. He started to go back down. He got up and he started to walk off, and he started to go back. I said, no, walk off the court, that kind of thing. But it's a moderate sprain is the early diagnosis. He'll probably let you know on Twitter that he won't be able to play until July. So.
Roy,
but if he does, he'll run a heck of a lot on his hands. If his ankles are bad, he can run on his hands.
You talked about the focus. Isn't that what you would be looking for tonight, coming off of the games? Mm-hmm. The learning process for this team.
Well, we are experienced, but we're also still fairly young too. I mean, it's a pretty good blend. And we talked about we have a stretch here. We're playing a lot of games at home. This is one of them. We've got to try to get better. I really thought and I'm not trying to say anything negative about Evansville. I thought we were better, and I told the kids that. But let's play better. Let's use this to help our team at 9 and 9:15 tonight when the game's over with. Let's say that we gave enough effort to help our team get better, and I think we did that. It would have been nice to have gotten Z one more point. We kept him in there, and we called his play, and then Kendall turns the stupid ball over. But we play at home on Saturday, so he'll have a chance then. But I wanted to get those guys out of there, and I like it when I look down and Kendall has 25 and nobody else has more than 22 minutes, and that's the way it should be. But at the same time, I wanted to get James Michael and Stillman and Desmond, particularly those three, really some more quality time. I would have gotten PJ a few more minutes if he hadn't gotten hurt, but I wanted to get those guys some quality time.
Did Kendall get a talking to at halftime for the foul? So it looked like you were real happy with that.
The
third foul on the three-point shot?
Oh, it was dumb. I mean, we don't like to foul three-point shots, but he made the one on the other end to even it out, so I didn't say anything. I was really trying to be very positive about the good things we did, but I did say everybody can think of one or two plays that you didn't do very well, and that's one we want to play and improve on, and I know that's one he better be thinking about.
Is one of the great challenges having a series of games that you guys have coming up, the guys learning to be more focused, to sort of be able to get themselves in the right kind of mental state that will carry the rest of the season, kind of have it?
Yeah, I'd probably say yes. I would agree, but that's the whole season what you have to do. But when you play as many games in a row at home, you start getting too comfortable. But some of the quality opponents, that team right up there, Long Beach has already gone into Pittsburgh and won at Pittsburgh, and not too many Big East teams even do that. So we know we have a big-time challenge, and then there's Texas down there too, and so it's not just 9 W's without even playing, and so we understand that. But I do think it's a big challenge for us to focus in every game and try to get better.
Maybe it was yesterday you said the scrimmage was a lot of starters against maybe the next 5, and it seemed like tonight you had kind of units and groups that you kind of stuck with longer.
If I didn't do it intentionally. What I wanted to do, as I said, was to get Desmond and Stillman some time in the first half. I wanted to get James Michael some more minutes. Reggie and PJ, that sort of takes care of itself. But, and then again, the starting 5, they were productive while they were in there. But we didn't just go substitute for 5 until it was at the very end. I took Reggie as the first sub because that gives me a chance to rest Dexter for a minute, and Dexter goes back in as the point guard for Kendall. So we did that every substitution until late in the game.
The last home game, Reggie shot it well, and you said now he needs to be consistent with it. It looks like he's getting his confidence, and he's going in that direction. Are you seeing that?
Well, I hope so. Against South Carolina, I think he was 0 for 4 from 3, and that's since the last home game, except Wisconsin, I guess, was the last home game. But, yeah, I think every player that as a shooter, you want to be a consistent shooter. It's what I talked about so much last spring and summer with Leslie, is just that I can't have you being a streak shooter. You got to be a shooter that I can depend on every night. And so it's something we think we're a good shooting team, but Harrison had a couple that were wide open, finally made the last one. PJ had a couple that were wide open and made one, I think is all he made. But Reggie 4 for 7, that'll always help you from three-point line. But I said earlier when everybody was saying how terrible we shot the ball that I thought we were going to be a good shooting team.
Can you remember a time when you had 4 freshmen and a sophomore on the court the first half of the game?
No. But, you know, we were up 25 or 30, something like that. But again, one of the goals was to get some of those guys some more minutes. I mean, Desmond has a really active body. And, you know, when he played 9 minutes or 13 minutes, had 8 rebounds. And, you know, he can do those kind of things. We got to work with him on the offensive end and give him a better skill set there, but he has a chance to be a player that can help us.
Anybody else?
Yeah, Coach, Colt Ryan came in averaging about 20 a game. Dexter held him to 1 of 11 tonight. What were your impressions of Dexter's defense?
I thought Dexter was really good defensively, and he got a great deal of help from the big guys giving him space to get through. And then Kendall, 2 times he came wide open, and Kendall retreated in the direction of the pass and helped Dexter too. But I thought that was a focus. You know, we told him the guys averaging 19.7 points per game, and I thought that Dexter was attentive. But I really thought the whole team was attentive defensively. And Saturday after the game, I said I really thought we played better defensively than allowing them to shoot 56%. But when I watched the tape, I found out that we didn't play as well defensively. We weren't consistent with our effort. And one of the things I put up on the board tonight was no plays off. Don't take any plays off. Let's try to play. And you know, they've got to understand they're probably not going to play as many minutes, so you better play as much as you can, or as hard as you can while you're in there.
Coach, thanks. Players
Thanks, guys.
available.